Hello and welcome back to another episode of the DIYGuy.net. Today we're in a 2005 Subaru Legacy GT. We're going to show you how to replace the cabin air filter. Alright, to start, we're going to need a flat screwdriver or panel tool. We're just going to get it underneath the chrome here, around the shift selector to loosen it up and bring it up and out of the way. Once we got that removed, we'll set it aside. Take the flat screwdriver, we'll get it in between the shifter selector to pop up this panel underneath. Once we have it popped up, we'll go back a little bit. What we really need to get to is this gold colored screw here, so we can remove this wood grain piece or the silver piece in your car from the side. So next we'll grab our Phillips screwdriver and remove this Phillips screw. Now that we have that screw removed, we can lift up on this edge, pull straight back. Be very careful, there's 3 push clips on it that you don't want to break. They're just plastic, kind of molded in, so just pull very gently. So now that we got that piece of trim removed, we need to remove this screw and this screw right here. So we'll grab our Phillips screwdriver and remove them. Be careful not to drop them down inside the dash. Now that we finished removing those screws over there, we'll come over here and remove this side cover. Use a flat screwdriver panel tool. Just pop it off. There's three little tabs around it. Just gonna have to wiggle it loose on the top out of that tab out there. Set it aside. So next we'll open the glove box. There'll either be a rod right here or a string. Ours is a string. We're just gonna pop it off the top, let it retract in. So now that we got that string removed, we'll go ahead and move over here to these 2 push clips. There's one right here where my finger is now, and one right behind it, right by the sticker. We need to use a Phillips screwdriver and then a pair of needle nose to remove them. So once we remove those 2 push pins from over here, we'll go ahead and just squeeze the sides of the glove box together. That way we can pop these pins out, and then we'll just pull it towards us and it'll come out of the pin on the other side. We can remove it all the way. Now that we got the glove box removed, we can come back down and remove these 3 push clips from the bottom using either the flat screwdriver or the needle nose pliers. Once you get them popped up, come back in and just grab them with the pliers. Once you have them loose, go ahead and pull this panel down. This side is up and over the kick plate, so you're going to need to just kind of monkey it out of there. We'll set that aside too. So once we have those 3 clips removed from the bottom, we'll grab our Phillips screwdriver and remove these 2 Phillips screws from up here. Push pin up in here. You just need to squeeze it together and then your finger and just push it out of the glove box. It'll loosen that bottom corner up. Come back out here. So once we're done with that clip, come back up top. We'll grab our flat screwdriver. We want to pop this brown tab up and over that little black piece right there. That way it's loose. Just twist the screwdriver a little bit and loosen it up. So now that we got that top tab loose, we'll just kind of pull it in the middle here to create a bow. That way we can get these 3 little tabs out of the glove box housing. So now we got that side part loose. There's 4 push pins across the top of the glove box. We just need to pull it out to release them. See them right there. So we'll lower that down and we can gain access to our cabin air filter. So once you get it all taken down, this is what it's going to look like. Here's our cabin air filter door. We just got to squeeze these little tabs, pull out a little bit, and then we'll be able to remove our cabin air filter. So much leaves than this one's got in it. Alright, so we'll give you a closer look at the filter. You can see just how dirty it is. There's about like 9,500 miles. It also depends on what you drive down. Obviously, if you drive down dirt road a lot, you need to change the filter more often. As you can see, we got a lot of leaves, sticks. Looks like a mouse even starting to make a home in there. So to pop it out, you're just going to push up on it. It'll actually pop it out of the filter housing. Then we'll go ahead and lay our new filter in. So depending on how dirty your filter housing is, you may want to take a shop vac and vacuum it out. As you can see, we got a stray leaf over there and a couple over here. So we'll go ahead and vacuum those out real quick, and then we'll reinstall the filter. So we have our new filter in the filter holder. Now we'll go ahead and slide it back into the filter housing. Just wiggle it around a little bit, should go in. Should hear it click and lock at all 4 tabs. So now that we got the new filter installed and our door reinstalled, we'll go ahead and lift this black piece up, align the 4 clips here on the top, making sure the latch for the glove box goes through the hole. Click them back in. So now that we got that black part in, we'll go ahead and reinstall this piece over here. We're just going to bow it in the middle again and reinstall those 3 tabs into the black piece. And this other tab here, we'll just hook it back onto the tab near the hazard button. Once you get it lined up, just give it a tap. It'll line it up a little nicer. Make sure that tab is over the top. So now that we got this piece reinstalled, that tab's hooked on, these 3 are back in. We'll go ahead and reinstall these 2 screws, this one here and this one here. So now that we got those 2 screws in, remember that push pin we pushed out of the glove box? Well, now we need to reconnect it. It's right here above our wire for our airbag. We're just going to have to lift the glove box a little bit, align the push pin, and push it back in until it clips in. Making sure the right side tucks up and over the sill plate. Wiggle it in position. And then we'll reinstall those 3 clips. So now that we got those 3 push pins reinstalled with that kick plate, we'll go ahead and work on reinstalling the glove box. There's a pin on the left side that needs to go in this right here. So we'll put that side in first. Once we get it in, we'll lift this side up. We'll squeeze the 2 sides together, that way we can get this rubber guide inside the track. And then we'll put our push pin back in the side. Alright, so we're going to line that pin on the left first. And in the track, then we'll bring this right side up. Then we'll squeeze the sides together. That way we can put those slides back inside the track. Alright, so we have them aligned. So now that we got our glove box reinstalled, we're going to go and reinstall these 2 push pins. You'll notice there's 2 different sizes. The small is the one that goes right here. The large is the one in the back that acts as the hinge for the glove box. So we'll go ahead and reinstall that back one first. We'll line up the glove box if we need to wiggle a little bit to get it to go in. We'll go ahead and install the smaller one right here on the side into this metal bracket. So now we got our 2 push clips reinstalled. We can grab our string or a rod and reconnect that. Slide it over that little edge right there. So now we got our 2 push clips reinstalled and our rope, our string. We'll go ahead and reinstall this cover. Put this clip in first and then tuck it behind up top and then push the rest of the clips in. So now that we got that side cover reinstalled, we'll go ahead and reinstall these 2 Phillips screws, one right there and one right there, and tighten them down with our Phillips screwdriver. So now that we got those 2 Phillips screws installed, we'll go ahead and reinstall that side trim. We're going to line up our tabs on the top first, click it in. We'll come down here, make sure it's sitting in the track where it should be, push it down, lock the other tab here in the middle in, and then we'll go ahead and reinstall our Phillips screw right there. We'll go ahead and tighten it down with our screwdriver. Alright, now that we got that Phillips screw installed, we can reinstall our shifter bezel. We'll pull it out first, line the top 2 tabs up on each side, push it forward, then push it down to the bottom of the car and click it in. Once we get that in, we can go ahead and reinstall our chrome shifter bezel piece right there. Slide it over the shifter handle. The wider part should go to the front of the car. We'll line it up with the hole and push it in. Click in and lock in. So now that we've got the shifter bezel and the chrome ring reinstalled, we can return the contents to your glove box, and that's it. We just showed you how to change a cabin air filter on your 2005 Subaru Legacy GT. Thanks for watching another episode of the DIYguide.net. If you just finished building you the subscribe button, click that to get the latest DIY fixes delivered right to you. If you just finished building you the What's Next button, you can click that and we'll help you figure out what you want to fix next. You can also click the link in the description which takes you to our website for a full write-up.